As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the rolling hills of Rwanda, the air grows heavy with an unsettling silence. The scent of damp earth and fresh-cut grass wafts through the air, carrying with it the whispers of the past. In this tranquil landscape, where the African savanna meets the mystical mist of Lake Kivu, a tale of unimaginable tragedy unfolded. In the early months of 1994, Rwanda was beset by a sense of unease. The fragile peace that had held since independence in 1962 began to fray, like the threads of a well-worn cloak. Tensions between the Hutu majority and the Tutsi minority had been simmering for years, fueled by decades of colonial manipulation and ethnic division. The spark that would ignite the inferno was struck on April 6, when the plane carrying Rwandan President Juvenal Habyarimana was shot down, killing him along with the President of Burundi. The tragedy sent shockwaves through the capital city of Kigali, where panic and chaos reigned. As the news spread like wildfire across the country, a sense of hysteria took hold. Long-held prejudices and deep-seated fears were unleashed, fueled by whispers of genocide and ethnic cleansing. The once peaceful streets of Rwanda became a battleground, as neighbors turned against one another with brutal ferocity. In the days that followed, the world watched in horror as the slaughter unfolded. Civilians, including women and children, were hunted down and brutally murdered. Cities and towns were ravaged by violence, leaving nothing but smoldering ruins and the stench of death. The once thriving marketplaces of Kigali lay empty, their vendors and traders either killed or forced to flee. In the midst of this chaos, a handful of brave individuals risked everything to stand against the tide of violence. These courageous souls, including priests, nuns, and aid workers, dedicated themselves to protecting the innocent, often at great personal cost. One such individual was a young nun named Sister Jean, who had spent years serving in Rwanda's rural villages. As the killing began, she refused to leave her people, instead using her faith and compassion to shield those seeking refuge. Her story became a beacon of hope amidst the darkness, as did that of others like her. Yet, despite these acts of kindness, the world remained largely silent. The international community, crippled by indecision and inaction, failed to intervene, leaving Rwanda's people to fend for themselves against unimaginable odds. As the months dragged on, the once green hillsides became stained with blood and ash. The cries of the victims mingled with the wails of the widows, while the survivors struggled to rebuild their shattered lives. In the end, it is estimated that over 800,000 people lost their lives in the Rwandan Genocide, a tragedy that would forever leave its mark on the world. Today, as we reflect on this dark chapter in human history, we are reminded of the devastating consequences of our own indifference and complacency. As night falls once more over Rwanda's hills, the silence returns, heavy with the weight of memory. The stars twinkling above seem to whisper secrets of a tragedy long past, yet still keenly felt by those who survived. In this quiet darkness, we are left to ponder the fragility of human life and the indelible mark that our actions, or lack thereof, leave on the world. And so, as we drift off into the darkness, let us remember the countless victims of the Rwandan Genocide, their stories etched in our minds like the scars on Rwanda's landscape. May their memories serve as a reminder to always strive for justice, compassion, and understanding, that future generations may never have to face such horrors again.